And it personally excites me. It's why I'll always love... I don't know if ESL loves it as much as we do, but I always love it when there's a patch right in the middle of their group stage. Tends to keep things exciting.
Well, for me, I struggle because I have to do my homework, you know. Last minute homework. Oh, great. What is happening now? But the good thing is we get to learn with the viewers, you know. Everybody is just there to watch it for the first time.
That's what I mean.
And we get to theory craft everything.
That's what Dota's about to me, honestly. It's much more fun for me when at the end of a tournament, we're still kind of figuring out a couple of untested strategies. Maybe a team has a solution. You know, that stuff's always really great. It's why I've always actually really enjoyed the qualifiers. And, well, especially with the new online format that we're having here for this DreamLeague, it's cool to see the level of competition extremely high as well. I don't know. I'm having fun. Fun being here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the coverage and can have a little bit of fun, even though if we don't always know what's going on and what the players are thinking.
Yeah, you have to remind people to not try some of the things you see here in your pubs.
Like everything here is pretty... What's the...
Oh, they see him. They see him.
Oh, they're trying to bait him.
Oh, this is so good.
It's a good effort. It's a good effort.
Yep.
What do you see on that? It's just a tree, right? Do you see a dot on your map? The arrow?
Yeah, I do. Something wrong with your settings, probably.
No, I see it, but I'm wondering, as the enemy, do you see it?
No.
Okay.
Of course not.
So they just looking around the map. It's just
somebody is looking around because you're playing against position 4 Monkey King. These guys play Dota 12 hours a day. But they know, you know?
They're like, hey, wait a second. What the hell is that tree doing inside of our base?
Right. So carry gyro. Blades of attack, starting item. I mean, it's such a long time. When was the last time I saw a carry gyro? I swear it has to be like 1-2 years ago.
No, not that long ago. Come on.
This year?
Yeah, not this year because the year just started, but...
I mean, 2-0-2.
Yes, 100%. Don't you remember, like, the Ags into Crystallis build?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see?
Now
you repress those memories because the gyro would come out of the jungle like 17 minutes and then you would just die as any support in the game. It was ridiculous. Of course.
Surprised you remembered. You told me you don't have as good as memory as me.
I remember dying to that shit a bunch.
Right. So where are we looking right now?
Let's...
Luna's lane?
No, let's look top, right? I think I was looking Luna in case they were diving, but now that the wave's under the tower, it should be pretty chill. So, is it going to be Eidolon's level 1? It isn't, actually. It's the off-lane Enigma at that, by the way, so the support monkey, like you already mentioned.
That has to be, like, the strongest level 1 spell, right? With the highest amount of damage. It's definitely one of the highest damage spell at level 1. It's 160, right? All ticks.
On Enigma, you mean?
Yeah, on Enigma, it's 100.
Yeah, unless the enemy just sits in a level 1 Midnight Pulse or gets slapped by your Eidolons. I
mean, this lane is challenging, for sure, even for a gyro.
I also think it's obviously you don't want to necessarily go free Eidolon mode. He has the flat cannon. His ultimate now.
Yeah, I guess you only summon it after you see him use the flag.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
How you do it, or you only use it to kill. You don't ever summon it for the lane.
You think?
Not sure.
But then you have all this mana regen that you're just kind of letting sit there.
Yeah. I wonder, maybe he's just waiting for level 2? Level 2
Eidolon
summon?
A little bit more HP. I mean, the HP does double. The damage is better by quite a bit, by almost 40%. That makes sense to me. It's like... We'll have to come back when we see a little bit of mana be used.
Yeah, this is so different from what I'm used to, like Enigma before.
So yeah, the support clockwork gets going. I don't expect he'll get a lot of farm here, as of course you have to go for the power cogs instead of just 404 build on the mid lane clockwork that we're used to seeing, which is just
I can't believe we are used to. You're saying that, yeah. We're used to seeing the 4.
Look, we are. It's just true.
Remember when you...
I mean, so how are the lanes going? So Timber is still farming okay, 14 to 14 against the Luna.
He did go for a point in the reactive armor, so this is no Whisper Saw builds.
Yeah. I think in lanes where it will be contested, it's good to get a point in reactive armor. You only don't get a point in reactive armor if you're in a lane where it's like a lane counter, like a monkey or something, or you're in a lane where you can actually just straight up kill the opponent.
Whisper's, okay, he did get some of the Eidolons to split here, but now that the flat cannon's back out, this will be difficult.
He has the buckler too, so I guess it helps the Eidolons survive the flat cannon.
Bit. Certainly. I mean, he did get a little bit of damage. So,
Let's rush. Okay, so now that's the new build, yeah, on Enigma. You rush Let's.
it's a clarity gank in the mid lane, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, this is the benefit of having Enigma. Enigma doesn't really need you.
There he is. Going off. In a bit of trouble. They've already used the Searing Chains here. Ducalis is going to rotate on over. Nearly a phenomenal cogs play there. It still might be good enough, honestly, with the Spark Rape. Lornoff turns. He gets the kill.
Maybe he would have lived there. He had 9 stick and a Fairy Fire. So a little bit of misplay there by BZM.
You're right.
He kind of didn't expect it to be killed by the Cogs pushback. I think that was what he died from.
Yuragi, bit low, but does have Seb here to keep him fairly healthy, as we aren't going to get a pause. Little disconnect. Wonder who disconnected from their side. Discord, DC. I guess it is technically DC, isn't it? I don't know. If you had to abbreviate Discord, would you call it DC or DS?
DIS.
Me too. Me too. How the lane's shaking up so far, though? Any big surprises? Gyro on top here in terms of net worth. This is a big play in the mid lane with a little death onto the mid lane Ember Spirits. And down bottom, the Luna's keeping pace pretty much. But Gyro's also getting good fun.
You should say the Timber is keeping pace with the Luna. This is a lane counter.
That's true, right?
Luna's
especially
a
with
lane
the
counter to Timber.
Yeah. Slightly surprising.
He has 10 stick charges. They don't have a glyph. I mean, when the wave is in here, if you have glyph and the other support is coming through the gate, that's your worst nightmare as the Luna.
Seems
seen that happen a couple of times.
It's unlikely with Ducalis having just TP'd mid. It'd have to be the Gyro coming through the gate.
Nah.
I think he's fine. Seb's out of regen, but the couriers are coming. It's a stick only for Seb, so no instant regeneration, and the Luna Courier is empty. So things are going to get a little bit spicy here, actually. Just the 4 wand charges and the headdress to try and survive through this next couple of difficult minutes. And you know what? Narman's just going to go straight in for Seb. Force is... Well, he has mana, right? He has 10 stick charges.
This is bad for the Luna. He's going to miss a couple of creeps. A wave of creeps, actually, under the tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Very nicely done by the Timber and the partner. Pressuring the Luna this much.
Seb at least will be here to basically provide full regeneration. Even a healing salve for Yuragi just to get him back into the lane immediately. There's going to be a pretty decent pull here, actually. Now with the Skellies, be careful even committing the use of the Lucent Beam just to make sure he secures one of those creeps. A little bit of action top lane. Whisper lower on HP, but did secure that first Lotus. A lot of intermediary items for him, right? The buckler, the ring, the full wand before even... I mean, I guess obviously not the boots you don't really need on this hero, but it's cool to see like the little efficiency items that Whisper decides are actually worth it for him.
Yeah, the buckler, the Bessie, they're all very, very helpful for him in this particular lane. I think this is the reason why this item has gone up so much in stock, you know. Like when you're playing off lane, you need to find all small little items that can help you.
Ooh, Seb. He's gonna be
they got the
fine.
rune. Or enough has the arcane.
Yeah, and that makes this next engagement a little bit scarier. This is gonna be close. I'm not sure who's exactly gonna live here. The rocket flare slow actually nearly condemning them both, but these spark rays, wow, that was unlucky.
So quick.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I mean, this is the reason why this hero is so freaking.
Seb almost died.
He almost died. Just like that.
Ooh. Force him to use the wand for the stick. No way, Seb. No way. No way.
He died.
Oh
my god.
Wow.
I mean, this is what happens when you don't play against this hero a lot, you know. You actually underestimate how much
Dire's middle
the spell
tower
does to
is
you and
under
how
attack.
quickly it activates.
Radiant's
Increased
top
Spark
tower is
Wraith
under
speed
attack.
and slow duration, huh? Wow. That's that's a move right there. Careful here, Ari. Wanting to try and go for the steal, but they were expecting him. He's still going to be able to steal it anyway, so pretty big win for him. He definitely needed that Wisdom Rune because he's just been having a pretty tough time with the rotations thus far. Being able to steal that one
I
away.
kind of like what he's been doing on this Monkey King throughout the early game.
Dire's
He
bottom
secured
tower
the
is
Enigma's
under
lane, he
attack.
went to gank mid, and before that he was trying to kill couriers, placing wards down. Now he's stealing Wisdom Runes. I feel like he can do a lot, you know. After I watch the first 7 minutes, I think this hero kind of feels like he has a lot of potential.
As a support again?
Right now.
You think it's just because he moves around the map very quickly now?
Because it's
with
a big
the-
map, right?
Right.
Yeah. And not many heroes can move like
Radiant's
this.
middle
And
tower is under
I
attack.
often talk about the importance of scaling, and Monkey King is a support that scales very well.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm trying to think of another hero that would move around the map very quickly that you just don't see very well. But the scaling part, that's where you get me. Ducalis will fall victim here to the Uragi Twin Gate rotation. Whisper has the level 3 Eidolons now, ready to deal some good damage to the tower. And with Seb also here, this thing might be going down pretty quickly. And it should be.
Not much they can do about it right now.
Radiant's
This
bottom
Enigma is
tower
just
is
way too
under
powerful
attack.
right now. Yeah, there's a Vlad's already completed, so
Dire's
this
top
is going to be
tower has fallen.
a very, very strong Enigma. He's going to pop his level 6 now. There's gonna be a time where the auras is just gonna overpower Tickles. Like they have to try to maybe get their own auras, but none of their heroes are gonna get auras, so they have to just play for their probably just BKB timings on Gyro.
Both teams actually have a ward on this cliff, so they see the Monkey King, they see Whisper.
Radiant's bottom tower is
interesting
under
to see how they're
attack.
gonna try.
Horse actually has 2 points in the armor, so no points in chain. So this means that he's gonna be spending more time sitting in lanes and just farming up his items. He's not gonna be so active in moving around without chain.
Fail first item, pretty standard stuff for him. No real surprises there. You see him playing very confidently here with the Observer ward down.
He's gonna clear some stacks now on the Timber.
Okay.
Look at this Monkey King. The Monkey King is just basically everywhere, you know, running up, running bottom. And with the movement speed bonus on the Mischief as well, I mean, just feels like you can get a lot of skulking.
Children
done
active
with
for
this hero.
BZM. He might go diving here. We'll see how aggressive he really wants to play it, especially now. Yeah, he forced the Spark Wraith, or sorry, the Tempest double, so seems like he's fairly happy with that. We do have vision, by the way, on the Whisper Enigma. But it's just the Lorenoff clone. It shouldn't really be able to do too much here. Does so little damage thanks to this debuff.
Relocate's online now, so the Monkey King can actually start to be more aggressive with the relocate. Anyone he sees alone, they'll be able to set up for a kill.
Yeah, that's right. I was wondering what he was going to do out of the laning stage, but you're right, just stalking in the trees. Boundless Strike to set up for the reload.
This drop is very well thought through. Every single hero has a purpose in a game. Enigma is like holding lane, Luna's farming everywhere, and Monkey King is basically like a Ricky or Bounty Hunter running around.
So the good thing is OG have this ward here. The bad thing is that so do Team Tickles, and Onlet's playing it fairly realistically so far. So it's not obvious that the ward's there. So he's actually kind of burning or wasting a little bit of time from the Monkey King.
Dire's middle
Doing that
tower
pretty
is
well.
under attack.
Yeah, OG is just very, very comfortable. Actually, both teams are very comfortable. Look at how spread out all the heroes are in lane. BZM just trying to use his catapult, play aggressive, and do as much damage to the tower as possible. Timber is here to defend the tower, so making sure that the Ember is not going to be able to let this tower drop
Dire's middle tower
too
is
much.
under attack.
That's great. Waves
Both teams are just trying to out-efficiency each other in terms of farm.
are working a little bit better for. I mean, Timber's getting good
According to the
farm.
net worth,
Gyro's getting good farm.
Tickles.
I mean, look, I'm looking at GPM, right? Because it's not the greatest because it calculates actively, but pretty soon... Oh, no Midas for Lorenoff, actually. Straight into the Mage Slayer for him. I thought we were going to see a slightly different build.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Are scanning.
He's going for a more active build, like with the Gyro and Timber being both like greedier heroes. Force is out of mana, has a soaring soon.
Yeah, but there's no Eclipse here, so it's actually kind of a hard kill with just the Luna right clicks and a level 1 Lucent Beam.
Yeah,
This is a farming build for Luna, not a magic damage dealing build. In lane, though, there's magic damage dealing builds on top of Ducalis, who is going to go down. The Chakram in the river with Force stealing the Haste Rune, but the Drums of Endurance now from Whisper are going to get the Eidolon to try and do as much damage here. Ari with a nice little stun on a plenty of heroes, but stuck inside the Chakram, there's nowhere he can really go. Whisper, he has a black hole here. We'll see if he wants to let it loose. This is not going to be a good opportunity for him, but Seb, a nice reload on out. And Tickles, considering Wayne.
He's going to die to the Ghost. He's casting Spark Wave there.
Oh.
It's 2 so far. 3.
Oh my, wow.
He's just okay, poor thing. How unfortunate, but it is what it is. Support players, you have to use your life and trade it for the core players. It is what it is.
Force was considering a blink for a while, but he's going to switch it up actually for the Shiva. Interesting.
Yeah, he feels like they need more auras, because in a team fight you could tell the difference between one side having the Vlads and Drums, just stronger as a unit. So the Timber feels like he needs to go get some auras to compensate for it. I mean, the Bill and the Shivas is definitely going to help the Spark Wave do a lot more damage, and the Pugna, the Clockwork, a bunch of magic damage.
A ward here, so they will see Ducalis kind of roaming around. I don't know if they want to do too much about it. Olnet's going to scan as well. He's actually underneath an OG Observer ward as he does walk past this camp. So might be some trouble waiting for him up top lane, depending on... BZM's going to go ahead and get back action. That's going to be their fighting. Force went in a bit aggressively here. That could commit the Remnants.
Too aggressive.
He's dead. No. The life drain, certainly he's dead, right? With the Decrepify, they actually don't have enough damage. Narman, did his best to save the life of the Timber Saw, but a very nice Lucent Beam there to cancel the Timber Chain. Looking for more now. But Lornoff is here, and there's no Remnants here. BZM, he's got a lot of support here. The reload out, okay. That's going to bring BZM on back. I don't know if Yuragi was quite prepared for that. And, well, Lornoff is sure getting ready here. All the spark rates now dropping. I don't know if they can really save him. Oh, Yuragi, he's going to take a couple. He actually almost dies. Seb, quick on the mechanism. He had him in safe hands, but what a lad, tanking all those spark rays for his captain.
Yeah, but it all started with a very aggressive play by the Timber. Just walks up, tries to take the Watcher with only 2 points in Timber Chain. I mean, his build is really not that great at moving around the map right now. He just wants to... It's a very greedy build, right? He maxed the Whirling Death. So he just wants to like sit and farm right now and needs a couple more levels.
Yeah, maybe that level 2 Chakram. Maybe optimal for him. AD Rune snagged by Ducalis. Sorry, the AD Rune, the Amplify Damage Rune, snagged by Ducalis. Maybe a nice kill onto Ari. Just keep some of that lingering vision away. Give your team a little bit more peace and quiet to be able to farm up a bit longer. And now it's going to be Midas for Lornoff after the Mage Slayer is complete.
Yeah, maybe he feels like the game is like moving towards a much lower pace and just wants to go back to scaling. Yuragi trying to backstab Lornoff, but no points in Eclipse, so
Yep.
Not sure how he planned to kill
Farming Luna. It's not like full farming Luna. There's no, you know, points and attributes, but it's pretty farm heavy Luna. But we'll see now. Okay, the interruption. They're going to try and lock down Seb, and in fact, they might be able to kill him inside of the cogs. Lornoff being kept alive now with the Decrepify, but it's the life train which is going to keep him steady. Yuragi attempting to CP up, but they have plenty of damage as it's Narman who's going to be able to take down the Monkey King behind lines. That is an incredible fight from Tickles. It started with just a little kill attempt onto the Arc Ward, and all of a sudden there was like 5 heroes there.
Yeah, I mean, it's near the tier 1, you know, so OG, I think they needed to respect the fact that backup could just be there in like 3 seconds, you know, Gyro TP'd over and they had the numbers advantage. So paying a huge price for it, losing the Luna and 2 other heroes.
Yeah. Olnet's about to finish up his Ag Scepter at the very least. 600 gold from it now. Has the Crystallis online. And he is basically going for the max farming build. This is pretty normal on the gyrocopter. I remember this build. Max flak cannon, couple points in the homing missile, and then basically straight into your stacks. And look at the damage. It really starts paying off very quickly. Whisper has his blink dagger, going for the shard first, and then into the Black King bar. Not a super high priority item for him, right? Because of course they can still always cancel the black hole with a hook shot. So,
relocate.
They're gonna go for it. Black hole triggered. They actually catch the clockwork, trying to TP on in. That is disastrous there for Team Tickles. Thought it was going to be a beautiful play, turns into, well, basically the reverse, except under tier 2, and that's just kind of the power of that relocate, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what OG needs to do. And try to split them up and use the relocate to catch them, and here comes BZM.
This Malefice just ruining Force's day. Gets back up to the high ground at the very least. Narman is not going to be as lucky. He's going to die now on the low ground. As they do have the Wukong's command out. They have Lorenoff now inside the Searing Chains. It seems like Force will be able to escape. Lorenoff is not going to be able to get out of here, however, as Force just running for his life. Cut down the trees there. They did catch a glimpse of him looking for the TP out. Can they get him? Indeed. The Searing Chains from the Fog of War is going to make it 3 dead in that engagement, but kind of a team wipe if you start the fight from the top lane. No.
Yeah. 5 heroes all dead, actually. If you count the initial black hole onto the gyro. I mean, Team Tickles has to... They have to try to be ready for this, you know, the relocate. Like, whoever is pushing out a dangerous area, you have to try to push out from far away. Just use your spells, maybe. Like, if you go to the lane, like what the gyro did, you went to the lane, you tried to last it and push with right clicks, then you got caught. I mean, Luna just all of a sudden pulled so far ahead. I mean, that's just Luna for you, you know. He wins one fight and just farms everything. And now he's 3k ahead of your carry.
I think the BZM Ember Spirit is also starting to look really scary. Whisper Enigma is incredibly farmed. He now has his shard complete, which is really, really good. I don't know if he had it in that last game. I don't think, it looks like he didn't have the money, but Force is already having a hard time. If he gets hit by Malefice, I didn't really realize how disruptive of a spell that was for a hero like this.
You can't chain.
No, he can't chain. He can barely chain without it on.
Yeah, he's getting a yield, so I feel like he needs to... Maybe he needs to just get Blink and just go in and initiate, you know? Because if he can't go in and blow someone up quickly, either the IO or the Monkey King, even the Enigma, then he's gonna have a hard time coming into the fights. Because they don't really have a initiating hero, except for Clockwork, you know? So it's very difficult for them to take a team fight. Or at least initiate, you know? They can try to maybe ball around the gyro. Gyro hits the tower.
They just catch Whisper with that Shivas, but they don't really want to go that close to the tier 3 tower. That seems very risky.
Yeah, smoke. OG smoking up the monkey and they're coming over to defend this tower.
Could be big. There is a ward on this little cheeky.
Yeah, they see the gyro. They see the gyro alone here. They know no gyro here. That's why they're running down.
Okay, another ward set up here. They're fighting underneath. Good vision from Tickles. How big of a difference is it going to make? The relocate's coming in now. Ari setting up now the Wukong's command. But they're already on top of Whisper, who's going to have Black Hole in just 1 second. I don't really think he needs it for this fight. They've already lost both the supports. Force is going to die as well. Gyro kind of farming his way on over here. It's Lorenoff trying to TP out, but the Searing Chains was ready. Gets off the Midas, but nothing more that he's going to be able to do here. Tips raining down on the BZM from his teammates as he played that fight phenomenally. He's got his Mage Slayer online, the Maelstrom. He's got the Veil. He's so much damage in these fights.
Yeah, top lane, Whisper's kind of like waiting. He's gonna set up on this gyrocopter here. There's no relocate though, so he's alone for now. 50 seconds for relocate.
Yeah, probably gonna be a bit of a hard kill if he only has himself and the 3 Eidolons. And the enemy heroes are respawning, so a bit too risky a move for him. It is going to be Wisdom Rune time, though. OG very eager to steal once again for the second time this game, if I'm not mistaken, 2 Wisdoms.
Yeah, they're just completely taking over the map right now. For OG, it's very hard for Tickles to go out and farm here. They need to try to reach an item that would allow them to smoke and aim some of the area that they lost control of. I think probably the Gyro's BKB is going to be a good time. It's going to be a while, you know, before they get to that. And right now, there's not much on the map that they can actually farm.
Dire's middle tower is
It's
under
difficult.
attack.
We're gonna kill this Tempest double real quick. A little bit of bonus gold for them. Scary, this new Witchblade. Sorry, this new Mage Slayer. Let's see it in action here. Roche is gonna be the target. Yargi, by the way, almost at Butterfly, is quite the item here this game. What's their sources of accuracy? Just Maelstrom, but that's not even up for Lorinoff. A lot of damage here with the Timber Song.
I think once they get the butterflies, they're just gonna end the game.
Yeah.
The power spike is actually too strong. Butterfly with the Enigma Aura, the drums and the Vlads with the mech on IO. Luna's gonna be very, very difficult to kill, and they don't even need to engage on you. You know, all OG needs to do is park Luna on the high ground. She hits the buildings, everybody just waits, and watches. If you engage, you die.
And 12 matches of no Roche animations really makes you appreciate the Roche animations. Clockwork going through the Twin Gate, he's gonna be killed off. A noble attempt there to try and snag the Aegis Steel, but not one that's gonna be too successful in this occasion.
High ground push is gonna come very, very soon. This Luna is actually so unfed right now.
This is actually kind of
its net worth is 5k ahead of the Gyro.
This is a crazy build, by the way. BZM has a Mage Slayer, a Grove Bow, and the Veil in full Shivas now. That's kind of disgusting, not gonna lie. This guy? Hits you with the Shiva's debuff? 15% more damage. This thing alone is another 15. That's a lot.
It's not like Luna is the only problem. This Ember is also so freaking crap right now.
And a good itemization, I think, for him, which is really going a long way. That's kind of the point I'm getting at here. OG. They are getting pretty well positioned here to look for a high ground push. Olnets.
What are they waiting? Actually, they're just waiting for the butterfly. I don't think there's anything else coming for the other heroes.
Yeah.
When it's high ground, I don't see how Team Tickles is going to be able to deal with this one. They can try to use the bubble to delay the push a little bit.
Bubble's going to be decent, but I mean, they just need so much more, don't they? And without the magnetic field cooldown talent, as well as the magnetic field only being level 2, doesn't really feel as strong as it could be. Here's Whisper with, how the hell did he get this many Eidolons? Not really too sure, but it sure as hell takes the tower down very quickly. Last tier 2 tower already dropped now in favor of OG as they are they're 10k up 24 minutes after the horn. Eager to kill Lorinoff's Tempest double. Bit of extra gold, a little bit of a bounty as well. Gets BZM closer to level 18 for his 3rd points in the Fire Remnants. That gets him closer to this Kaya as well. He is going to be doing disgusting amounts of damage.
Yeah, they have to try to move out right now with the BKB. Only is close, very, very close. He just needs one more camp. They have to try to take some fights, you know. But on the other hand, it gives us 3 minutes. So they might have to wait it out.
I'm just going to walk up to BZM here. It would have been a scary moment, but fortunately BZM's pretty much alone here. Oh, of course, he's got the shard. That's how he makes so many Eidolons. Yeah, this is really so many Eidolons, though, isn't it? Okay, this is maybe an opportunity. Ducalis is going to be able to get around. He can find with a ward now up on the high ground. This is a very split position from OG to be in, especially if they can kill Seb. That's going to be the relocate out. How quickly? They need to get him now, and they have. Yuragi turning, trying to fight through this one, but he doesn't really have a team nearby. He will lose the Aegis. OG now reinforcing, but they're going to end up running through Team Tickles. Yeah, the vision. Look at that jump out from Force onto Ari. Completely stuns him up. The Chakram tearing him apart. He's going to go down. Ultimate, though, being forced back by BZM, and now Whisper with the black hole. He knows that there's no hookshot this time around, and he easily has the kill. Nothing Narman can do about it. Whisper activating his BKB. He'll be allowed to simply walk off of the high ground as OG walk up the enemy high ground and start deleting heroes. 2 down so far. That's the carry gyro down. BZM, careful here. BZM, we've gone a bit too deep here. Don't think he had enough mana for the remnants there, Winter. Force getting a lovely heal courtesy of the life drain, and I think that will be that engagement, but a huge moment there for Team Tickles.
Yeah, so they managed to get a buyback of the IO and managed to kill the Ember. That's I feel like that's a pretty good trade still, you know, even though you lost your gyro. At the end of the day, Warden's still growing. The more items he gets, it's gonna make the high ground push even harder for the Luna,
right?
And you mentioned the talent as well. You want to get to your level 20 cooldown talent on the magnetic field. That's when it gets really disgusting. Long way to go.
I think OG, they gotta be a bit neater than that, don't they? Just kind of split pushing, showing the Ember Spirit top lane so brazenly, and then showing the Luna so close to the tier 3 tower. It's a bit of a risky move from them. I think they're gonna learn their lesson from that, as this time at least it's gonna be Team Tickles looking for another play, but fortunately the Timber Chain didn't connect, and there's way more vision here for OG. Whisper ready to go, but doesn't actually have a black hole for 75 more seconds. BZM sure as hell is ready to fight though, and Luna now with the Eclipse. They didn't get the Yules off in time. Fortunately Force receives the life stream. He's fine. BZM trying to keep this fight going, just running down these heroes, as Ari this time has actually managed to catch Lauren off with the Boundless Strike. Force trying to get rid of Timbersaw, has at least forced the BKB.
BZM, he's going in.
BZM is going in, and there's going to be the relocate, bringing Yuragi up to the high ground to meet this gyrocopter. Down he goes through the Black King bar. Underneath the tier 4 towers, they will go diving onto Ducalis and both Force. Yule Scepter at least able to purge off the Malefice, but it's just hero dying on the high ground. Not much really Tickles could do about that. BZM almost dies to the tier 4 towers, but that might just be the game here, honestly, Winter. Base is going to be cracked wide open, especially with this Luna IO strat. A couple of buybacks ready to go here for Tickles, but they're at least going to be looking to play against Mega's best case scenario, if they get to play at all.
When you have a gyro, maybe there's still a chance, but yeah, it's just too difficult right now. It's too far behind. This IO Luna is just way too strong right now. I think they kind of missed their timing when the Timber was very strong in the early game. I felt like his build was what made it really difficult for his team to play around. So he didn't have a lot of chains early, going for max Whirling Death. Because when the game gets to this stage where the Enigma has so much auras and then you have to deal with the relocate, it becomes very hard for you to play the map, and then eventually you have to group up and try to shuffle out lanes together to be safe.
Rocky, eager to claim the Megas here for his side. There's going to be the hook shot on it, and he's just going to be instantly killed off. But things are not looking much better. Deeper into the base, the black hole catching 2 with the Clockwork Dead, nothing to cancel it, as BZM and Yuragi just beating into Team Tickles, chasing them back into the fountain. The OG special to kill them in game number 1. Even the Dagon from Whisper. Oh my. OG. When they're winning, they look like they're having fun. You can't deny that.
Yeah, I mean it's a really fun game, like overall, when you get to play heroes that has like global potential. I think like the Monkey King and Enigma, they both had a lot of fun